Yo, y'all already know what it is, man. Free game all day. Back at you, man. Hollering at y'all niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? And this time I'm really talking to the niggas. I'm talking to my boys, my fellas. You know what I'm saying? Hollering at y'all niggas, man. On some real shit. So, you know what I'm saying? What I wanted to, oh yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Try to keep it pushing, man. You know, I'm grinding as you see. Headed on, you know what I'm saying? Finna do my night shift. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Gotta be in this damn dungeon, man, all night, man. But something I gotta do it. You know what I'm talking about? But listen though. So the shit I want to talk about, man, and it's actually kind of funny because there's some shit that me and my partners we used to like laugh about. You know what I'm saying? We used to joke about. So like, we used to do this thing all that. So like, you know, a nigga meet somebody. You know what I'm saying? And like, let's say for example, you know, nigga get a girl number out somewhere and you end up not really going nowhere with the broad. You know what I'm saying? Be like, damn, like what happened? You know what I'm saying? Oh man, you know, she was talking like this, telling her that we used to joke around, like talking about like, oh man, nigga blew it. A nigga can't close. Like, man, you gotta close, man, you gotta close. You always talking about closing. So basically all closing is just fucking a bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's really it. That's all closing is. Closing is fucking somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, like, yeah, you close the deal, you knocked it down. You know what I'm saying? Winning percentage. You know, closing, just like a quarterback, you know, his win percentage. You know what I'm saying? You come down there, drive down in the final drive of the game, score, you know, just a clutch player. You know, we used to joke about that all the time, my players, about us being like that. And that we able to do it and not pull it off. So, you know, as you get older, it's shit that you kind of like, you know, realize. And, you know, I remember like one of my buddies, he used to say this all the time, like, when, you know, when niggas go out of town and have a good time, just because you ain't getting no pussy when you was out of town don't mean that you had a bad trip. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have a good trip without, you know, having sex with somebody, you know what I'm saying? But that just comes with maturity. But, you know, some niggas feel like if they ain't getting no pussy and shit, you know, the trip went all that. If they got some, oh, it was a hell of a goddamn trip. You know what I'm saying? Just like if a nigga go out to a party and shit, he got down get a number, he'd leave with a bra and him knocking it down, shit, that might have been the best part of his life. You know what I'm saying? That's how people really rate shit. And it might be some women that might rate that too. They have a good time, they have a girls trip, go out with their girls, all that. But if they ain't meet no niggas, or let's say like for example, if they even with that, if the nigga end up fucking them on a trip, they end up meeting a nigga fucking them, then they had a good ass trip. They probably be ready to go back down and see the nigga. But basically that's all I'm talking about. I'm talking about just why we put so much emphasis on, like, if we, you know, get with somebody, we do or we don't. Like, it's not about that. Let me tell you something, man. For my niggas out there who are like successful, who used to getting their way, who used to doing what they want to do, it's okay not to, you know, you meet somebody and y'all might not click, y'all might not actually move forward. That it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is, the older you get, the more you understand that you're not for everybody. Everybody's not gonna like you. You know what I'm saying? Some people, sometimes you meet somebody and they might not even tell you this, but they might have something going on. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't gonna tell you that. You know, some people just do shit just to do shit, and then you might get down. They might revisit the situation. And you ain't never met no woman. When you first met her, you know, she might not have been focused enough or seemed like something had her attention, and something going on, and then you meet her again, like, you run across her again, like, a couple months later, and you be like, damn, you know, she more friendlier, more open, and they might come out and say, like, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I was dealing with somebody then, and that was going on, and you be like, oh, for real? Like, you know, but at the time, they wouldn't tell you that, But that's what was holding them back. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got shit to do with you. It don't matter how much she like you. It don't matter how much she, all of that. They ain't got shit to do with you. You have to understand that everybody ain't gonna, fall in your favor all the time. You know what I'm saying? So just because one person does that, don't mean or you might meet a series of people where you just don't, shit that might not go well. That don't mean that there's something wrong with you. That don't mean that you're not doing something right. You know what I'm saying? But it means that time is off. Or there just might not be enough interest there. You have to be able to be aware of how much a person has interest in you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to peep that out. Because some folks, man, they be pretending they acting like they interested, or be talking like they interested, but they really don't be interested. And you can tell if somebody interested or not. You can meet, let me tell you something. You can meet 5 women. I'm gonna tell you give you a good example. You can meet 5 women, and let's say some of them might be, 2 of them might be a 9, one of them might be an 8, one of them might be a 7. Let's say 2, let's say the rest of them 7, and one of them 8. Whatever's now, of course, that 9 is gonna be the one you really want. But guess what though? If that 8 or that 7 show you some real interest and they do some shit that 9 not willing to do, guess what? That 9 just turned into a 7. Because you ain't gonna want to even deal with that. You gonna want to deal with that 8. You know what I'm saying? Shit, or even that 7, that goddamn, they show you, if they do enough to show you some interest, they talk a good game and they goddamn back it up. Shit, you gonna want to fuck with her. You don't give a fuck about how fine she is. That's what I'm saying. It don't take number one person to really show you enough interest to where you want to be where you want to be at. You know what I'm saying, with that person. It ain't about having every woman. It ain't about dealing with a lot of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You just want to deal with somebody who appreciates you at the end of the day, who show you enough love. You know what I'm saying? Who's down for you, who want to fuck with you. That's all you want. You don't want all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Who got time to be out here trying to prove some shit to somebody and their interest not even high on you? You know what I'm saying? That ain't what it is. No, you don't want to be dealing with that. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Look, you can't win them all, man. You can't get them all. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I gotta tell myself that you can't be greedy. If you're used to a high success rate, if you used to get down, hollering at somebody closing the deal, it ain't gonna be like that every time. Everybody ain't gonna like you. You just gotta move forward with it, man. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. That's just how the shit works out here. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said before, sometimes it might just be bad timing. And you go back and revisit, you might see that person again, holler at them, and like I said, they might have thought about you, and be like, oh damn, I remember you. What's up? And then you talk to them, and it'd be a whole nother ball game when you talk to them again. That's just how that shit works. But anyway, that's what's up, man. That's my free game for the day, man. Y'all be easy, man. Shit, fuck with me.